It's funny when people accuse me of having bad parents and say that I simply wasn't raised right. If we actually look at how they raised me, by your standard, they actually did a great job. They made sure to always take the side of the school whenever I got in trouble. Whenever I got bullied, they made sure that I knew it was my fault for being mad about going to school. They made sure to push me to tears at home and then shove me in front of a mirror so that I knew how hideous I was. Anytime I fought back at school against bullies, they made sure I knew I was absolutely out of line. Whenever I got enough stupid phone calls home, my parents would just take more toys away. They'd take away my ability to enjoy certain series of shows or movies because they thought that those things made me act out. I liked collecting the old G.I. Joe figures, not the comic book themed bullshit, but the ones that were based on actual soldiers. It got to a point where my mom told me,
"You can buy that figure with the big anti-air emplacement, but when we get home I'm throwing the gun out and you only get to keep the figure."
So there was basically no point in buying it. I almost got to take martial arts classes until I twisted someone's arm because they threw my gloves across the room. One night when I was in college, we had a power outage. My mom forced me to keep my laptop on and type out a chapter in a psychology book, then forced me to play a movie on it. By the time the movie was over, my laptop had died. I had no laptop for the rest of the power outage. I was forced to simply go to bed and cry myself to sleep, thinking about how much I didn't want to live. Anytime I had a mental health issue, I was made very well aware that it was my own fault. I made a reactionary death threat in middle school, which honestly was a bad idea. I should have just found the bully's family and eradicated them so he could come home and maybe learn a lesson. My mom decided to take me to that military medical center, and she told me,
"I'm trying to get you into therapy, so I need these people to see that you're a big person. I need to point to you so I can explain that my fully grown son is making death threats in school."
So because I was physically bigger than a small child, she wanted to make sure that everyone saw that I was the problem and that she did her best. So yes, I was raised just fine.